The Dexcom G7 is finally here in Canada, and I'm so excited that I finally got my hands on this revolutionary diabetes technology. From the accurate readings, the size, the reduced waste packaging, all the way down to the mental freedom that this CGM gives me, this has to be one of my most favorite CGMs that I have ever tried. Let's get into all of the reasons why I love the Dexcom G7. As someone who is clumsy, the small size of the G7 is perfect for me because I barely notice that it's there. There's been so many times in the past with pump sites or with other CGMs where I knock it off of a door frame just because of how wide it is where it sticks out of your skin, whereas the G7 is so small and so much more shallow. I also noticed the way that it fits underneath all of my clothing. So I'm wearing it right here on my arm, right here, this is where it is, and you can barely even tell that I have something on my arm. I have not had a bra strap or a spaghetti strap or any piece of clothing get caught on my G7 because of how shallow it is. The environmental aspect of the G7 is a huge thing for me as somebody who I would classify myself as an environmentalist. It's so important to me that my products that I'm using are looking out for our world and looking out for our environment. So Dexcom, I just want to give you a huge round of applause, okay, because it really, really means a lot to me, and it means a lot to so many Dexcom wearers that you have reduced the packaging, you have reduced the waste, you've reduced the plastic usage in your products, and you make amazing products. So it's just amazing that you're not only looking out for us, but you're looking out for our environment too. When I started using the Dexcom G5 and the Dexcom G6, I thought that it was going to be impossible to beat those CGM systems, and Dexcom has done it again, honestly, with the Dexcom G7. The Dexcom G7 warm-up time has been reduced to 30 minutes. You heard that correctly, 30 minutes, not 2 hours. And that has lessened my anxiety when I'm waiting for my glucose numbers to arrive on my CGM. The size and packaging of the G7 is so easy to put into my diabetes bag because now I don't have to worry about having such a huge bag to carry all of my diabetes supplies. I'm able to put a replacement in my bag and not have to worry that it's going to take up too much room. And that is another huge benefit of the G7 for me. Let me know in the comments down below, because I'm sure I'm not the only person who hates this, but there is nothing worse than being at work, teaching art classes, or going out into the woods and I'm painting and my sensor ends. With the 12-hour grace period, I don't have to worry about that. I can change my sensor when it's convenient for me. Until I was trying the G7, I didn't realize how much of a pain that was for me until I got to work the other day, and it was like, your sensor is ending and you've got 12 hours left to replace. So it was like, wait, I don't have to do it right now? Thank you, Dexcom, for getting that this clearly matters to your users, because it is so amazing to not have to go and change my sensor in the middle of a work shift and be able to do it at home. It has been my favorite CGM that I have used thus far. The reduced waste is amazing. The small size of it is one of my favorite parts, and I've honestly had reduced stress and anxiety when it comes to my diabetes management, which is a huge thing for my mental health. So I would strongly recommend it. The link to the Dexcom G7 is in the description box down below if you guys want to go check it out. And I want to say a huge thank you to Dexcom Canada for sponsoring today's video. You guys absolutely know that I love Dexcom and what they're doing for us as diabetics and for the world. Just make sure to go and show them some love. I'll put all of their links in the description box down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video soon. Love you. Bye.